Hi everyone, Kartik Krishnar here, and we're launching a new YouTube channel and podcast called From the Pavilion. And From the Pavilion isn't going to just be a look at cricket as a sport. It is going to be looking at cricket as sport, as entertainment, as part of society, as part of sort of the structure historically of the British Empire. And along this journey, we're going to have several different features. And we're going to have included in that a weekly video show. We'll try and make it weekly. We're going to do this as often as possible with Ed Borth and myself. If you don't know Ed Borth, you'll get to know him. He has a vast background in cricket. He also was the co-commentator, or what we call in the United States, the color analyst for Fort Lauderdale Strikers matches and Miami FC matches at one point when those teams were competing in the NASL. Of course, Miami FC is still alive now in the USL Championship. So we're launching this channel. Expect our first video podcast of Ed and I from the Pavilion in the next 2 weeks. And then we're going to have other content creators on here. We're going to be taking a different kind of look at cricket because it is different than so many other sports. And one of the things I really revere about sport is the history and the culture and the supporters culture, right? That's so much of what I focus on with soccer is supporters culture and the business side of it. My view of college football is very academic. I'm steeped in the history of college football, so it's a little bit of a shock to the system that Indiana is in a national championship game. Miami, not so much. Miami, obviously, kind of a blue blood program in college football, but the impact of college football on the South, Southern culture, and then I guess the Midwest to a certain extent, but really steeped in kind of college football's relationship to Southern culture. I'm steeped in the culture of college basketball and how it factored in the integration of the American South. Baseball, I'm steeped in the culture of baseball and its connection to big cities and immigrant communities, Italian immigrant communities, Jewish immigrant communities in the big cities of the North. And then with football, traditional football, soccer, I'm very, very steeped, as I think most of you who know me are, very steeped in the history of English football in particular and its relationship to the working class and the structure of the working class in Britain, in England in particular, and then similar thing in Germany. So cricket has a lot of those same elements and a lot of stories and a lot of things that are not necessarily talked about in relationship to cricket that we're going to talk about on this channel. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the direction we're going in. We will have our first From the Pavilion within the next 2 weeks, and then there's going to be regular content on here, and we are going to be recapping matches. Obviously, there's a World Cup coming up in a month in India and Sri Lanka. There is a U.S. National team to cover. There's a Canadian national team to cover for those of us here in North America. But we're going to be doing a lot more than just covering those teams on this channel. Look forward to bringing it to you, and enjoy, for those of you here in the States, enjoy your Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.